Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Good morning, my dear students. Welcome to our new lesson of Mega Goal 4. Today, inshallah, we are going to take a new lesson on your student book, uh, Unit 3, Laugh Out Loud, page number 36. But before I start the new lesson of my of today, inshallah, I want to show you the answers for the question or the exercise I gave you yesterday. So, my dear students, I want you at first uh, to open on page 35 and open on exercise B, comprehension, answer the questions. This exercise I gave you yesterday to complete or to answer. So I give you the answers and I want you to check your answers. And if there are anything wrong, I want you to replace them with the right ones. Okay? Okay. As you see, my dear students, these are the answers to these questions. I want you to check them carefully before starting the new lesson. Okay. Now, my dear students, let's go to the lesson of today. As I told you, it's on page 36, unit 3, laugh out loud. Our lesson today is about grammar, about some roles. We are going to take new roles. The first role we are going to take is past and present participial adjectives. This is the first one. And after we finish it, we are going to take get plus adjective or get plus past participle. Okay, this is the second one. And the last thing we are going to take is the comparatives. Okay, let's start by the first one, past and present participial adjectives. Before starting this lesson or this explaining this role, I want to give you two examples, and I want you to think carefully and give me the answers. Okay, good. Let's start. Okay, my dear students, as you see, as I told you, this is the first part of our lesson of today, past and present participial adjectives. I told you that I gave you some examples, and I want you to answer them carefully. When I look carefully at this example, the film was, I want you to choose from these two answers, A, bored, be boring. What is the right answer to complete this sentence? The film was bored or the film was boring? Okay, let's give the mic to Yazid. تفضل Yazid.
The film was boring.
The film was boring. Do you know the reason of choosing boring, not bored?
I think because the ing.
Because it's ended with ing. Okay, and why we use the adjective with ing, not with d or ed? Why? Okay, thank you Yazid. Let's give the mic to عمر محمد. هندي الفرصة لعمر كده يساعدك. اتفضل يا عمر.
يا مستر، احنا اخترنا بورينج عشان خاطر بورد
ايوه.
يعني تبقى صفة للشخص مش للشيء.
انت الاولى صفة للشخص اللي هي بورد.
ايوه،
اوكي. انما boring صفة.
انما بورينج بتبقى صفة لأي شيء.
Excellent, excellent. We can say that we use the adjective with ing to describe what causes the feeling, not how someone feels. Okay, so the right answer here is boring. That's right. Okay. Thanks, Omar. Thanks a lot. Now, my dear students, I want to show you another example. If we say Ahmed was, and I want you to choose from the same two words, A, bored, B, boring. Huh. What is the right answer here? Ahmed was bored ولا boring؟ Huh. I want a student except يزيد. عاوز طالب تاني ما عدا يزيد. طبعا يزيد جاوب وعمر ساعده. عاوزين الطلاب اللي موجودين معانا. حسين عبد الله، اتفضل يا حسين.
Ahmed was bored.
The first one.
The first one.
Excellent. Do you know the reason for choosing bored, not bored? Huh.
The reason, because I think Ahmed is not like bored, not ما بتناسق الجملة معاه.
I want to know why we choose bored with D or ED, not boring with ING. Why؟ يعني السبب هنا أو السؤال في الجزئية دي. ليه أنا اخترت اللي هي الصفة اللي فيها دي أو ED وما أخدتش اللي فيها ING؟
I told you why, teacher.
Okay.
ED past
Okay.
and bored now.
طيب. Okay, but I have another idea or another reason. I wanted to tell you that, as I told you before, if we want to describe a person, here we wanted to describe a person, we want to describe Ahmed. So
Yes.
we have to use the adjective with D or AD. Okay, But if we want to describe thing, as you see in the first example, we use the adjective with ing.
ing.
Okay. Thanks for you, Hussein. برافو عليك.
Thank you, teacher.
Thanks a lot. برافو يا شباب. Now I want to tell you the role. طبعا احنا كده يعني بدأنا بجملتين بيتكلموا عن الجزئية اللي احنا هنتكلم عنها أو هنشرحها. I want to start explaining the rule. But before starting to explain the new role, I want you to see or watch a video related to this rule. Then we can complete and explain our new role. Okay? في طبعا فيديو هنشاهده كده يا شباب مع بعض. الفيديو يتعلق بالجزئيه اللي احنا بنتكلم فيها او القاعده اللي احنا بنتكلم فيها. كلنا نركز وبعدين نبدا نكمل موضوعنا ان شاء الله. Okay, my dear students, after watching this video related to the past, present participle adjectives, I want a student to tell us what did we learn from this video? What did you know about this role? اوكي محمد، اتفضل يا محمد.
Okay, mister. Are you hearing me, mister?
Okay.
Yes. Very thing, hello, mister. Then I understand that when we have to describe a person, we use the adjective plus ed.
Okay.
And when we want to describe a place or يعني أو صفة شخص آخر صفة نضيف الادجكتيف plus ing.
Okay, when we want to describe a thing, when we want to describe event, when we want to
A
describe
verb.
personality, okay, we use the adjective with ing. Okay, Muhammad. Okay, برافو عليك يا محمد. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Thanks to you.
You're welcome.
Now let's give the mic to حسين عبد الله. اتفضل يا حسين. اتفضل يا حسين، معاك، اسمعك.
Yes, teacher.
Hussein, I want you to say what did you learn from this video related to this rule? اتعلمنا ايه من الفيديو اللي احنا شفناه اللي هو بيتعلق بالقاعده اللي احنا بنتكلم عنها او اللي احنا هنشرحها.
I told you القاعدة يعني.
Yes.
Past participle. This one have ed at last.
Okay.
And adjective ing.
Okay.
The adjective is now, like now happening.
يعني طيب do you want to add anything?
Yes, teacher.
هتضيف اي شيء تاني غير اللي انت قلته؟
Yes, I'm told.
طيب now okay, I want you to listen to me carefully. I want you to listen to me, my dear students, carefully to know the role of today. At first, I want to tell you that the past participle and the present participle forms of a verb can be used as adjectives. طبعا الباست participle اللي هو الفعل بيكون في التصريف الثالث او في الفورم 3 او third form. والpresent participle اللي هو الفيرب بلس ing بيقول ان احنا ممكن نستخدم هذا الفعل كصفه. اوكي. and what past participles typically end in ed زي ما احنا قلنا كده ان الباست participle اللي هو بينتهي بالاي but can also end in d t n or n. يعني ايضا ممكن ينتهي باحدى النهايات اللي احنا شايفينها دي اللي هي دي دا تا اي ان n. And describe how someone feels. As I told you before, we use the past participle from the adjective or adjectives like this to describe how someone feels when we want to describe a person. Okay. As I gave you the example, he was frightened. He was frightened of the snakes. Here we want to describe him. We want to describe a person. So we start with he and use the past participle adjective frightened. He was frightened of the snakes. Okay. And the present participles always end in ing, as I told you, and describe what causes the feeling. As we see in the video, we can describe the personality, the events, anything. When we want to describe anything, personality, event, any something is important or something makes or causes the feeling to the person, we use the word or the present participle اللي هو the verb ing as an adjective. As you see here in the example, the cat was frightening. Here we want to describe the cat, not the person. احنا هنا كده بنوصف الكات ما بنوصفش شخص. The cat was frightening. So we use the present participle, the verb ing, as an adjective, frightening. Okay. Now, my dear students, let's go to another part. It's related to get plus adjective or get plus past participle. Okay, we use get before an adjective or past participle to suggest that something is what something is changing or starting to happen. احنا بنستخدم طبعا get ونجيب بعدها الصفة او نجيب بعدها الباست participle وطبعا بيكون كصفة زي ما احنا قلنا في الجزئية السابقة. الكلام ده بنستخدمه امتى؟ When we want to say that something is changing or starting to happen. As you see here in this example, it's almost time for me to give my presentation. I am getting nervous. Here we use get and the adjective nervous, okay, to say that something is starting to happen. Okay, now to show you another example, my mother gets worried if I am not home by 10 o'clock. طبعا هنا احنا استخدمنا get وبعدها الباست participle as an adjective، يعني استخدمنا التصريف الثالث او third form of the verb as an adjective كصفة بعد get. يبقى احنا get يأتي بعدها الصفة مباشرة. طبعا عندنا في كلمات بتعتبر صفات مباشرة زي nervous، زي tall، زي happy، زي sad، زي وايضا بنستخدم بعد get الفيرب بلس d or ed or the third form of the verb as an adjective, as you see here in the second example. Okay, my dear students. Now, let's go to the last role of today, the last part. It's related to this role, the and the comparatives. Before starting to explain this role, I want to show you another video. I want you to pay attention and watch the video carefully, and then I will complete explaining this role. Okay? Pay attention, my dear students. Watch the video. Okay, my dear students. After watching this video, I want to know uh, why we use and the comparatives. Why? I want the student, after watching this video, to tell us why we use the and the comparatives. Uh, to say what? تفضل يا ليث. ليث. اوكي تفضل.
يس مسار. هي غالبا الكومباريتيف تستعمل المقارنة.
Excellent. And what?
بس مسار المقارنة، وأيضا بالكومباريتيف بيكون المقارنة الأولى غالبا ما تأثر على الثانية، مثل ذا لونجر تليفون كول، ذا بيجر ذا تليفون بيل. يعني المكالمات الطويلة بتخلي الفاتورة كبيرة، فبنلاحظ إنه الجملة الأولى بتأثر على الثانية.
excellent excellent excellent. وهو ده السبب اللي احنا بنتكلم عنه، اللي هو the longer the telephone call, the bigger the telephone bill.
Yes,
if you call or use the telephone a lot, you will pay a lot of money. So the first one affect or has an effect on the second. يعني الجملة الأولى لما نقول the longer نحس إن هي اللي بتأثر على الجملة الثانية. يعني كلما أتكلم أكتر إيه النتيجة اللي هتحدث؟
هتزيد الفاتورة، فلاحظ إنه الأولى مسببة للثانية أو لها تأثير على الثانية.
Excellent. لو أنا اتكلمت أقل يبقى الفاتورة هتقل، يبقى فعلا الأولى مسببة للثانية. ممتاز، برافو عليك يا ليث. وهو ده فعلا السبب اللي احنا بنتكلم عنه في الجزئية الخاصة the comparatives. Thank you, Leif. Okay, my dear students, now I want to remind you that the and the is used to with two comparatives. طبعا بنستخدمها مع صفتين. طبعا الcomparative اللي هي the adjective plus er, the short adjectives plus er, or the more as you see here in the last example. طبعا الكومباريتيف اللي هو اني استخدم الصفه ومعاها الاي ار، يعني اقول the longer the bigger. اوكي، فبنستخدم two comparatives to say that the first thing has an effect on the second، عشان نقول ان الاول مسبب للاخر او هو السبب في حدوث النتيجه او الشيء الاخر او الجمله الاخرى. طب لو انا استخدم the more زي ما انتم شايفين في المثال الاخير، the more I get to know my classmates the better I like them. يعني ممكن استخدم عادي the more واستخدم معاها short adjective as you see here with er. استخدم the more واستخدم معاها the واجيب معاها ال short adjective with er. All this to say that the first thing has an effect on the second. Okay. Now, my dear students, let's go to some exercises related to what we explained. Let's go to exercise A. As you see here on exercise A, he wants you to complete the sentences with the present or past participle of the verb in parentheses. Okay, I want the student to read number 1 and answer it. Number 1. طبعا احنا كده بنطبق على القواعد اللي احنا شرحناها على اساس ان احنا نفهمها اكثر. يبقى لازم الناس اللي معايا كلها او الطلاب اللي موجودين معايا كلهم يشاركوا ويبداوا يحلوا على اساس ناكد المعلومه. اتفضل يا محمد مجدي.
Okay, mister. Are you hearing me, Mr. Yes?
I want you to talk in a loud voice because your mic has a problem.
Okay, mister. The question say complete the sentence with the present or past participle of the verb in the parent. Number 1. When Jack found out that he wasn't accepted to his first choice of university, he was هجاوب على طول sir.
Okay.
He was disappointed. The news was disappointing.
Okay. Why did you use at first this appointed and in the second one disappointing? Why?
Because in the first one the adjective was يعني بيصف الفاعل نفسه أو الnoun.
Excellent.
And in the second it يصف the cause that يعني بتأثر على الnoun نفسه. Effects
Excellent.
on the noun.
Excellent. In the first one, we use disappointed to describe he, and he is a person. But in the second one, we use disappointing because we want to describe the news, and the news is not a person, it's a thing. Okay. Thanks, Muhammad. Bravo عليك يا محمد. Thanks a lot. Bravo يا شباب. طيب, now I want another one to answer question number 2. But quickly, please, because we have 6 minutes only. I want you to answer some more questions. Okay. Yeah. اتفضل يا حسين.
Yes, teacher.
Number 2.
Calling someone by wrong name is
طبعا
impressed.
الادجكتيف اللي موجوده معانا ونضعها في الشكل الصحيح. يا past participle يا present participle. طيب في الاولى هتكون ايه؟
Present.
D or ing?
D.
Okay, let's see. Sorry, it's ing because here we want.
Yes.
Because here we didn't want to, or we don't want to describe a person. We describe a thing.
Oh, the another one because last week this one is past.
What?
The another one is past because last week.
في الثانية هتبقى embarrassed.
ED. The another one. Embarrassed. Yes.
Okay, to describe what?
What?
To describe what? بنوصف بيها ايه هنا؟
Because last week.
لا مش because last week. Because here we want to do describe. احنا هنا ما بنتكلمش يا حسين عن الزمن المضارع وزمن الماضي. لا لا لا، احنا بنتكلم عن الصفة اللي بتنتهي باي ان جي والصفة اللي بتنتهي بدي او اي دي. اللي بتنتهي باي ان جي عشان بس توضح معاك اللي هي بتصف الاشياء والاحداث والمواقف، اي شيء غير الانسان غير العاقل. طيب انما هنا الصفه اللي بتنتهي بدي او اي دي بنصف بها الاشخاص. يعني هنا لما اقول ايه and I was terribly embarrassed، يبقى انا بوصف اي، واي ديت بتعود على شخص اي انا. تمام.
Yes.
انما في الاولى احنا بنقول calling someone، بنتكلم عن calling someone، بنتكلم عن situation، بنتكلم عن event حدث. ففي الحاله ديت انا بستخدم الاي ان جي، يبقى embarrassing. اوكي. Thank you, Hussein. Thanks a lot.
Wait. Thank you.
Okay, let's give the mic to Yusuf Fadel.
Good morning, Mr.
Good morning, Yusuf.
Number 3.
Number 3, yes.
People who talk about themselves all the time are irritating. I used to have a friend like that who irritated me all the time.
Excellent, excellent. First, we use the word ending with ing or the adjective ending with ing to describe a thing. But here we use ed because he said who irritated. بيتكلم عن who بيتكلم عن شخص عاقل.
Is the friend.
بيقول لك I used to have
Someone specific.
a person. Okay.
Yes.
بيقول I used to have a friend like that who irritated. يبقى بنتكلم عن الفريند والفريند ده بيكون person. Excellent. برافو عليك يا يوسف. Thanks a lot. طيب let's give the mic to Laith. اتفضل يا Laith.
Yes, Masar.
Number 4.
I'm never by news in the dark. It surprised me that others people thinks that are frightening. I'm never نستعمل هون frightened.
I am never frightened. Excellent.
وال are بنستعمل frightening.
Are frightening. Excellent.
Yes, Masar.
Excellent. Thanks Laith. برافو عليك يا شباب. برافو عليكم جميعا. يعني الناس اللي مركزه معانا يعني بفضل الله يعني فهمت المعلومه وفهمت القاعده. برافو عليكم. اشكركم جزيلا. برافو. طيب اخر جمله. اتفضل اسامه. فين اسامه؟ اسامه علي لم يشارك اليوم.
Good morning, teacher.
Good morning, Osama. I want you to answer number 5.
Okay, many people find want to be depressing stuff. Season month of rain and snow can make people feel depressed.
Excellent. Because here we want to describe people. So we say people feel depressed. Type excellent, Osama. Thanks a lot. Thanks for you. And now, my dear students, I want to show you another exercise. But I want you to answer this exercise as a homework. Exercise B. Here in this exercise, I want you to complete each sentence with the correct form of get. Plus an adjective or past participle from the box. يعني هنستخدم دي القاعده اللي هي ان احنا بنستخدم get ونجيب معاها الصفه او الشكل الباست participle اللي هو كصفه يعني. طبعا الكلمات اللي موجوده في المربع هنا دي كلمات بنستخدمها بعد او صفات بنستخدمها بعد get على حسب الجمله اللي موجوده معانا. ولكن بنراعي ان get تكون في شكلها الصحيح. مره تكون get، مره gets، مره getting، على حسب زمن الجمله وعلى حسب ضبط الجمله. There is another exercise. It's exercise C. I want you to finish each sentence with the and that comparative. Okay. I want you to do these exercises as a homework, and I will check them again in the next lesson, inshallah, because we have to end the lesson of today. Thanks a lot, and goodbye.